Hello everyone. Through this video, I will explain about Agrolly, a mobile application for rural household farmers. This video will also explain how to download Agrolly and what farmers can see from Agrolly and how it can help farmers to plant their crops and also fight the climate change. So you see my phone screen right now here. You see the Play Store here. Or else if you cannot see your Play Store on your screen right now like that, you can go to your menu, your main menu on your phone, then you'll see Play Store here. So you press Play Store here. Now you see the search part, search. You search and then you say Agrolly. So now you see our application on the Play Store. Now you press install. So depending on your speed of your internet, it might take a few seconds, but it's pretty fast if you have a decent internet connection. Now the application is installed on your phone, so you can open it right away. So when you open Agrolly, you see three different menus, right? You see forum, weather, and crop management. Our application is currently in 3 different languages, including English, Mongolian, and Portuguese. If you're new to our app, first you have to press register here, as I highlighted, and then you have to register. Then you see full name, your email address, password, and you have to choose the country and then register. Since I'm already on the application, now I'll put my email address. So I'm logged in. Now I'm on my English, but if I want to see everything in Mongolian, for example, since I'm in Mongolia currently, I can press Mongolian, and now everything is in Mongolian. And if I go to Portuguese, everything is in Portuguese. Let's go back to English right now. Then there are 3 different menus that you see. The first one is forum. It's really about the networking for farmers. So if you press forum, you see some people, they already posted and then they ask questions. Maybe they can discuss certain topics and exchange their knowledge and practice. So this is really the very helpful menu because for example, there's no specific platform in Mongolia that farmers can meet each other. So if you go to Facebook, for example, there are tons of people, like not only in your area, but also in different fields, not necessarily in agricultural farming, right? So this is where Agrolly comes really important platform, because this is only for people who are agronomists and people who are planting or planning to start agricultural farming businesses, etc. So like it's really very niche specific networking that you can find on Agrolly if you are interested in agricultural farming or if you are already established farmer. So you can ask questions. So for example, these are the questions that I asked from farmers. And also you can ask questions if you want to. You can even take a picture of the certain plants or crops that you don't know but you want to know. You can take picture and ask other farmers and also agronomists who are already on the platform. Okay, now let's go back and then you can see the weather function, right? The second one. So in Mongolia it's very difficult. There are no certain mobile application like Agrolly that you can go and then find the integrated information. like you can network, or you can see weather, or you can see crop management. Now if you go to weather, you can see 24 hours forecast and weekly forecast or annually forecast. So in Mongolia, it's probably easy to find out like what is today's forecast and what is the weekly forecast. For example, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like what is the next week. But it's not really easy to think about what is next year's forecast. For example, if I easily see the 24 hours and weekly forecast, what about my long-term forecast? What is, if I want to plan my crops right now from in a year from now on, what kind of crops should I plan to plant? Or what is the weather forecast in the long term? So this is the Agrolly, also why Agrolly is very special, that we provide annual forecast. For example, if you see my city, I would say from like some city that I'm from, and you see the forecast is 2020 and then even 2021. For example, 2021, and then I would start maybe in April, and then I fetch data. Now you can see the April forecast, weekly forecast, week 1 and week 2, week 3, and what is the maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and rain and precipitation. So this function is going to help you to see, help farmers to see what is the next year's forecast if I want to start plantation in April, for example. So this is why Agrolly is helpful to see the long-term forecast. So this is the weather. So on the weather you can see short-term and long-term forecasts, and then you can adjust your plan if you need to, depending on the temperatures. The third function is really about the crop management. On the second function you saw the long-term and short-term weather forecast, but if you think that what kind of crop that you have to manage to plan for next year, for example, here broccoli, you see what is the minimum temperature, what is the maximum temperature, and what is the water, like in millimeters needed, and what, like if you need to cover it or not. So you can see like basic information of each crop. So depending on your April forecast, for example, if it's April already, maximum temperature is 24 and minimum temperature is 18, like you can start plant radish, for example. So like if in April you think that the temperature is not warm enough for those crops, according to these requirements, that you may have to start plant it in the greenhouse, for example. You have to consider building greenhouse. Or as, for example, the cabbage, the minimum temperature requirement is 7 degrees in Celsius. So if it's April, I know that there's more than 7 degrees, then maybe I can plant cabbage in the land area, in the field, not necessarily in a greenhouse. Okay, so this is about the Agrolly. So we have 3 main platform functions: forum, weather, and crop management. That basically, for crop management, you can see a lot of basic information. If the young farmer starts, like he or she is less experienced in crop plantation, maybe the crop management part will help integrate it with its weather data, as long as the forum can help, because the young farmers, they can also ask a lot of agronomists and then the other people who are more experienced in agricultural farming. So this is basically about Agrolly. I hope that you liked it. Our application is not available in the iOS at the moment, but we are working on it. But if you have an Android system, Android phone, that you can easily download Agrolly in your Play Store.